Hello, this is Parrish Alford with the Daily Journal. I'm joined now by Ole Miss Senior Associate Athletics Director Michael Thompson. He's over communications and marketing. Michael, there are a lot of syllables in that title. Did I get everything right?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think you did, actually. You're one of the few, but it's okay either way.
Well, that is good. Communications is what you do, and I've been interested the last few days. I guess it's kind of run its course a little bit, but you guys had an interesting response to the conversation about the network. First, tell me a little bit about what the network is, how that discussion has come about, and then I'd like to ask you about the school's response to it. But first, tell me about the network.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm an expert on the network by any means. I think that the network is by itself just something fun to talk about on social media and compare to Chuck Norris jokes and the most random of all things. It's really just a social media, just something fun that some of our fans enjoy participating in.
But I think just the nuts and bolts of it, the network, in theory, in this discussion, is supposed to be a group of people with a lot of maybe wealth and power who kind of would help Ole Miss get things done in recruiting or in other areas of need. Does that about sum up what the network is in the conversation?
It could be. I think that the network in the conversation was even more powerful than that. I think they change weather patterns. I think that they could put people overthrow dictators in foreign countries. I don't know where their power would stop, but allegedly they are powerful people.
Well, I'll tell you, Michael, I think this started with maybe some opposing fans talking about Ole Miss in terms of recruiting, and I know this has been it's been an interesting response from Hugh Freeze, from Ross Bjork in the past when allegations of improper recruiting have been made. I mean, Hugh Freeze has said, "Bring them to us,"
Yeah.
and so has Ross Bjork. And I thought the response to this network discussion from you guys was interesting. Basically, you could choose to ignore it and not give credence to it, but you guys chose to embrace it and have fun with it on social media. Can you just talk a little bit about why that was a good decision?
Well, the key is having fun with it. I mean, it was, you've got a very large fan base, which is ours, that conversation is happening on social media, and it was happening probably a day or two before any of us, got in the game. You know what I mean? So it was happening out there, and I think for us to ignore it would have been really out of touch. I think that would have looked like we're not really in tune with what our fan base is talking about or what people are saying about our brand. And so it was more of a, hey, this is hilarious. I mean, this is supposed to be really funny, and let's have some fun with it. And so we did.
What have been some of the best tweets, Michael, that you've seen? I saw you put out on Twitter, hey, the best tweets, maybe win some basketball tickets. Did you get any takers there? And what kind of fun have you had with it?
I mean, it's one of those, it's always just like one of those memes that floats around for a while. I'm trying to remember what some of the best tweets are. There are some great screenshots of Siri, and people asking Siri what it is, and what Siri will say on your phone. There was just some great Chuck Norris references in there. I mean, you can even bring Chuck Norris into the Ole Miss brand. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, they and some of them were not funny at all, but they applaud the effort. But yeah, it was a fun couple of days. No doubt about that.
Michael, we all know what football recruiting is and how wild and hairy that can get. And, and a lot of things go on that are not above board. Look, that's just what it is. But, we remember Hugh Freeze from the 2013 class saying, look, if you have allegations of impropriety, let us know. We want to know. And Ross Bjork backed him up on that. as well. When you have those two high-profile figures saying, "Bring it on, bring it to us," is that difficult for you guys as a university to respond? What were some responses that you got from those challenges?
Well, I would say it like this in the long term. We take it very seriously. I mean, following the rules is something we take absolutely dead serious, and not just some of the rules, but 100%. And that, we have a compliance department that is as thorough and as good as anyone else out there. And so we put a lot of trust in that part of our athletics department, and they're as good. So it's something that we take very, very seriously, and we strive in everything that we do to do things with integrity, and that means following the rules. So what Coach Freeze and Ross, when they take that position out there, is, yeah, if you look, we want to know. We want to know so that we can report it. And so that's the key. Is that there could be things going on out there with any school, and we're just simply saying we take it very seriously, and we want to know what they are so that we can take the proper steps to stop that kind of stuff and to report it to the proper organization.
When you talk, Michael, about following the rules and doing the right thing, how difficult is that? I mean, it's such a large thing to kind of wrap your mind around and get your hands on to do the right thing, with so many rules and regulations and compliance being what it is. I mean, how hard is it to just do the right thing?
Well, I mean, if you know what's the right thing, that's kind of the first thing. I mean, you have to know the rules and know them well. And again, it goes back to our compliance department and the approach they take to educating our student athletes, our coaches, our staff, and that's me. And we have to go through a lot of education as far as what the rules are, even someone in communications like me. And so our staff is really, really good and efficient, effective at that, properly educating our coaches and staff. So after that, there are times when rule changes, something like that, over time that it could be a completely benign, tiny little minor thing, but even those, it's like if we find out about it, we self-report. I mean, that's just the way that we do business here. And so it is hard. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, we have a compliance department of 6, 7 people, full-time people, but that's what they do. Part of their role is to help educate our coaches and staff and athletes and our ticket buyers and alumni about what the rules are and why they're important and what some of the repercussions are if we don't follow it. No one wants that. Nobody wants that. So I guess to sum it up, I'd say, sure, it's difficult to know all the rules, not difficult to follow them. And we rely on our compliance staff, if there's anybody, to help us do that.
Michael, shifting gears a little bit, just a couple of questions. What's new? What's coming up in terms of just your stadiums, your venues, interacting with fans? Are you pleased with where you guys are with that, and are there any changes that fans will enjoy hearing about?
Right now we're going through all of the 2014 survey results from our football game day experience survey. So I think in the next several months, our fans will see kind of a publishing of that report and how we're going to improve. We've done that for it would be our 6th season now. So we're going to use our fan research to make improvements to that experience. And so that'll be coming up. You've got the pavilion, which I was fortunate enough to go and do a walking tour of the site about maybe 10 days ago. And it's the first time that I've been in there, hard hat and all, to kind of see up close where that facility is. I mean, I was absolutely blown away. I mean, blown away by, when you're standing at midcourt, what will be center court, the sight lines to the seats. I mean, you're going to be on top. It is just going to be, from a fan perspective, it's going to be such a neat venue to come watch basketball, and it'll be an incredible venue for the teams themselves, and our women's and men's basketball teams. The kind of energy that building is going to be able to produce on a nightly basis is going to be really, really awesome. And we know from our research that so much of the fan experience is wrapped up in the camaraderie and the community that is built between the fan base when they're all together in a venue watching live and being able to cheer on their student athletes. So that's really phenomenal. The amenities there. And once you kind of start to see it taking shape, it's somewhat surreal. I've been here for not 5 years, but about 4.5 years. And so I was here when the initial drawings were put out, and it seemed then, and still to this day, kind of seems like that, is this really going to happen? Is this going to happen? Because you kind of have to pinch yourself of something a facility that size and that scope that's as luxurious as that is going to be. It's just phenomenal to actually see it happening. Like it is that thing is being built and it's going to be finished. I mean, it'll be one of those things when we walk in there for the first time. I'm going to be like, man, it's no longer a drawing, it's no longer a plan. This is finished. It is going to be.
Are you confident, Michael, that barring something unforeseen on the construction schedule, that you guys will be in there? I guess late next December or next January. What are y'all shooting for now?
January of next year. So nothing's changed there. We plan on starting the conference schedule there, and it will be awesome.
Would it be possible that it might be ready before to catch a non-conference game there before the conference schedule, or is it pretty firm there for January?
I mean, we're I guess a little less than a year out. There's probably plenty of things that can change in 11 and a half months. I haven't heard much discussion about it opening earlier. I've just heard, most of the discussion about it opening exactly when it would be. Those plans, it's crazy the way that they can, how sophisticated a project like that is when it comes down to, once they get the building sealed, out of the elements, and you can almost by clockwork determine when the opening day would be, because the rest of the stuff they can do is basic math as far as taking the finished outer shell and filling out the whole inside.
Michael, good stuff, man. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime, Paris. Thanks so much.